Hi everyone, I'm Tashina from Logical Harmony. Welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me today and spending your time with me. Today's video is like a chatty get ready with me, not necessarily a life update, maybe more like a mental health update, but just doing my makeup. Doing this look, I use the Shroud Cosmetics X Batty Bean palette, which so pretty. It's so pretty. I love this palette. Everything I use is obviously cruelty-free. If you want to learn more about cruelty-free beauty, I have tons of resources on my website, logicalharmony.net. Everything I used will be listed down below. If you want to see more makeup looks, you can subscribe or you can follow me on Instagram at Logical Harmony. Let's get into it because it is a long, chatty one. It's long. Okay. So I had just started to do my makeup and then there was a bunch of noise because I guess they're working on the roof. So to catch up, everything I use I will list down below, but I used my Kinship Self-Reflect. I put this on like 45 minutes ago on the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer, which I would say, yes, it is a dupe for the Milk one. I have that as well. Love this. And then I just primed my lids with my e.l.f. Camo Hydrating Concealer. What I was saying, though, was like, I hate having to restart videos, even if it's super early on, was that I had thought about coming back with, by the way, I'm using my It's Freaking Bats palette from Batty Bean and Shroud Cosmetics. They sent this to me. I placed an order for their like cozy something collection, and they sent this too, which I'm so excited about. What I was saying was that I thought about coming back just with like straight up 2021 favorites, but it just didn't feel right with how inconsistent I've been on YouTube in general for like a year and a half now. It just felt strange, and like I didn't mean to take so much time away. My plan was to come back and like I wanted to film those the week between like Christmas and New Year's, but some stuff came up that was out of my control and I was not able to film anything. And because of that, since the last video I put out was sponsored, hey Juniper, I don't want to go right into that. It just felt strange to me to do that, because again, I feel like I've been so inconsistent and so absent that I just wanted to like do something that was a little more mellow. I don't want to say organic, but just a little different, to come back. Okay, Juniper is joining us. This is happening. But yeah, I just thought it would be better to come back and do like a little get ready with me. I wanted to talk about like, one, a little bit about why I've been so inconsistent, and two, what my plans are for the future of this channel, for Logical Harmony, everything like that. I'd say the past couple of years, I've been the most inconsistent with content creation that I've ever been in my life, which is a big struggle for me. I don't enjoy it at all. It's been really, really hard on me, like mentally, emotionally, and I'm super thankful and like grateful to be able to do this full time. I couldn't do it without you. And so like, if you are still here, if you're still watching this, like, thank you. You mean so much to me, and I really, really appreciate that. Like, I don't think I can even explain how much I would not have been able to get through the past like year and a half without you and your patience and your understanding of me needing to take time. Oh my gosh, Juniper. So I'm also kind of just winging it with this eye look. I've decided to stop having plans for a lot of looks when I sit down and create, because that is how I've really enjoyed doing my makeup. For so long, I felt like I needed to sit down and say, okay, I'm going to use these things and I know exactly what I'm going to do. And it's not as enjoyable to me to do makeup that way. So I'm just not going to do it, because I would end up just not creating if I wasn't happy with the outcome and if it wasn't exactly what I wanted. And that's just not what I want to do anymore. I want to create stuff that I'm enjoying, and I want to be able to have fun again. And for a long time, to be honest, I was not having fun with makeup. I was not having fun with content creation. I was not having fun in life. I was just really struggling a lot in, I'd say like a lot of 2020, 2021. I know I'm definitely not alone in that. I know so many of you were as well. And I was fortunate enough to be able to take a little time to figure out what I wanted to do, and also to be kind to myself and allow myself to figure out what it was that I wanted out of things, and to take some time to kind of like play around, because I for so long felt like I needed to fit into this this mold of what a content creator should look like, how they should be. And like, it's not that, it's like a very easy trap to fall into. By the way, this stuff is amazing. It's a very easy trap to fall into, I think, as a content creator. You know, you tend to feel like not necessarily insecure in a way, but you are bombarded so much with beautiful people and like unnecessary critiques on like your appearance, how you should be, your personality, how you talk, so many things. And if you're already kind of struggling, it can be really, really tough to ignore that. And I felt for so long like I didn't know, like, I feel like you could definitely say like I didn't know who I was. For a really long time. I was just really unhappy with a lot of things in my life and really struggling. And honestly, like so many of you, I was kind of in like a survival mode of like, with everything that was going on in life, just like trying to push through day by day and doing my best that I could. And I decided to kind of like snap out of that. And I, you know, wanted to be happy. And not that I like wasn't happy before, but just like different, you know? And I wanted to be able to explore more and have more fun and figure out what it was that I really wanted to do. And, you know, a lot of you have commented on how much like my aesthetic and my style has changed over the past like couple of years, especially the past year. And I would say part of that, I don't want to say like, oh, I wasn't myself before, because I was. It's that I didn't know. But also, when you're a content creator, you're really, really encouraged. And this isn't like, I shouldn't make a huge broad statement about this, but like, you're very much encouraged to look a certain way. And you're basically told like, oh, if you want to be successful, you need to look like this. You need to dress like this. Like, this is what brands want. Like, this is how you should be. It's what's relatable to your audience. And what I started to kind of realize was that like, a huge part of why I was so uncomfortable on camera is because I didn't feel like myself. I felt like I was not who I was. It was like what I thought people wanted me to be and how I thought people wanted me to dress. And like, it's not that I like hated it, but I didn't feel comfortable. And I think a lot of people really picked up on that. And so part of what I wanted to do was explore that a little more and like have fun, try new things, wear whatever I wanted to wear and not really worry about it. And not think about like, oh, is this going to impact my ability to work with brands? Is this going to impact my audience? It definitely did. I lost thousands of followers on Instagram, thousands of subscribers here on YouTube, which is fine. I mean, that's fine. I'm totally okay with that. Like, I'm confident in the fact that like I'm not for everyone, and that's completely okay. And I would have been like, if the people I follow changed their style a lot too, I might not have stuck around either. So I fully get it. And with how inconsistent I was, variety of reasons, I get it. It's fine. But it has just been kind of this journey of self-discovery. And I've talked about it in some ways in relation to like working with Adore Me, for example, and how it's helped my confidence so much. And I really feel like being more comfortable in showing who I am has helped me a ton. And it's just made me feel like, I mean, obviously more confident is like the obvious one, but it's just made me feel more comfortable overall with figuring out the types of content that I wanted to create. And that was challenging in some ways because you just don't know, especially when it's like every time I post a video, I lose followers, which again, that's totally fine. I'm not for everyone and I'm okay with that. But anyway, I could dwell on that forever. I'm not going to. I'm going to move on. But what I wanted to say was, for those of you who are still here, again, thank you for being here. Obviously, my filming setup has changed a lot. My life has changed a lot. And I am honestly in a really, really good place, like mentally, physically, emotionally. I am in a better place than I've been in such an extremely long time. I think that a big part of that is because I've been able to like branch out and experiment and just be more of myself and figure out who the heck I am. You know what I mean? I would, in a lot of ways, compare being a content creator to kind of like being in high school, where there's very much like a certain look and a style that people just enjoy better. And I could not find my place there. I tried and I tried and I gave up, and I'm a lot happier now. Sorry, the light is changing because I film with my phone in front of a window now. That was also part of it for me, was making the setup more casual. It felt less overwhelming. It felt less daunting. I used to get so much anxiety about filming. I've never talked about this, I don't think. I used to get so much anxiety about filming, I would cry. Like, I literally could not film. It wasn't healthy for me in so many ways, and that was part of why I really stepped back. I also made a big decision to not share as much of my personal life either. And that's definitely, it's been really healthy for me. I will say that, like, immediately. It's been super healthy for me. That one has been tough for some people to understand because so much of my life was shared before, but I am naturally an extremely private person. I always have been. And I know it might not have seemed that way from some of the content that was put out, but I am. I always have been. A lot of it I wasn't necessarily comfortable with, if I'm being completely honest. And I think there are definite times to step outside of your comfort zone. And I think that was something that's why that stuff was out there. But I decided that there are times where it is perfectly acceptable and okay for me to be in my comfort zone and for me to have things be a little more private. And thank you for understanding. My browser wild today. My hair is wild today. My brows are wild today. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Anyway, I really appreciate those of you who've been understanding about it and been okay with it, because it was really scary to decide to make those changes. Did I just grab my liner? Yes, I just grabbed my eyeliner instead of my brow pen. Go me. I was like, wow, that's a really dark brown. No, it was black liquid liner. It happens. Whatever. Just roll with it. I'm definitely rambling in this video, but bottom line is that I'm in a much better place than I've been in a really, really long time. And I really appreciate your patience through everything that I've been through and all my inconsistencies, because I don't want to continue to be inconsistent. I definitely want to be someone who's publishing regularly and doing a lot more of the stuff that I enjoy with content. And part of that, I think I might start siloing things a little bit more. I know I definitely used to do like all the cruelty-free news everywhere all the time. And I'm trying to think of how to say it. That led to a lot of times feeling like I was being treated by people like I wasn't a human being, but like I was a brand. And that was really hard on me. And I've just decided to make a lot of pivots. So the website is still going to be like the cruelty-free brand list, all the cruelty-free news, like everything the website has been, it will continue to be. That's not changing. That's not going anywhere. Instagram has obviously changed. It's where I'm doing way more like outfit photos. I'm doing fun makeup photos. I'm going to keep doing that. I do share cruelty-free news on there, but I'm not posting like infographics. I'm posting like, oh, here's a product shot, and then here's stuff about like whatever changed with that brand below. I'm just changing the way in which I'm doing it. So for cruelty-free news, the website is definitely always going to be, that's always been the main place to go. It'll still be the main place to go. Here on YouTube, I want to be more consistent in publishing content, which means I also kind of just want to post whatever I want, which might not be the best idea. It's still going to be like what it has been, which I know is weird to say considering how inconsistent I have been. I want to still be doing makeup videos. I've never been a tutorial channel by any means. Like, I think there's so many people out there on YouTube, especially who do makeup so much better than I do. But I want to do casual videos like this. I definitely want to keep doing the cryptids videos. I love those so much. They're so much fun. They take a lot of work as far as like researching goes, but I really, really enjoy them. And it's something that's such a big interest of mine. So I love sharing it. And I also just want to mix it up here. Like, I want to keep sharing about beauty products. I love talking about makeup. I love talking about skincare. So I want to keep doing that more on this channel. So I want to bring back favorites. I want to bring back empties. I want to just like have fun with things. And I thought about doing maybe some fashion videos. Those have definitely been requested, but I'm not sure how to make them work in my small space. We'll see. We'll make it work. And that's kind of what the past year, I would say, year and a half has been for me is like, how can I make this enjoyable? How can I make it fun? And just focusing less on who I think people expect me to be and focusing more on being who I want to be and creating things that I really, really enjoy. And I know that not everyone is here for that, and that's totally fine. The right people will be here for that, and the right people will join me, and that's what I'm all about right now. Is like, and I don't want to sound like ungrateful or anything like that. It's just when so much of your job as a content creator especially is based around you as a person, it can be really emotionally taxing and mentally taxing, especially if people don't fully understand what you're dealing with in life. And again, as a private person, part of that was my choice. Part of that was completely my choice. And that's why I just chose to like step away for a bit and just disappear for a while, especially on a lot of platforms. Like, especially while I was living with Rianne, I just didn't want to deal with people's questions. I didn't want to deal with people's judgments. I was so focused on my own mental health. I didn't have the capacity. And that was when I really decided that this was something that's perfectly okay to feel and to be on that page with. And it's perfectly okay to have done that. I know not everyone agrees, but it was something I needed to do for me and really start, as cheesy as it sounds, living my life for me and making sure that I was happy with the decisions I was making in my life and that not everything was so based around like, well, how is this going to turn into content, or how are people going to react to this? Because I realized I was living my life that way. I wasn't, I wasn't buying stuff I enjoyed because I wanted it. Everything was motivated around, can I make content around this? And it's no way to live a life. It's exhausting. It's draining. Again, I just wasn't happy. But I think I just needed to talk about this with you because I have not at all in any way, shape, or form, I don't think. So it's just something I needed that break. And so I do want to come back and just be more present in every way that I can. And how I can do that is by creating content that I love and having fun with it. I've had so much fun with makeup, trying new things in the past year. Like, okay, those of you who have been here a long time, would I have done an eye look like this, like even 2 years ago? No, I would have been terrified. I would have been absolutely terrified. I would have talked myself out of it. I would have been so anxious, so nervous. I would have not known how to be comfortable just playing with product. And that was a huge part of this past year, especially, was just getting comfortable with doing whatever I wanted and not worrying about strangers on the internet and how people were going to react. And like, I don't know, it's been really good for me. I'm going to do my eye makeup. I'll be right back. Okay. I don't know that I'll ever be able to do liner on camera. I've attempted in the past. It does not go well, so I'm just going to keep skipping it. I think too that part of my big goal is to just encourage you to do the same. And like, no matter where you are in life, I think we never stop growing. We never stop changing as people. We never stop pivoting, basically, which I hate that word, but for lack of a better term, we never stop pivoting. We never stop growing. We never stop changing. I felt so stagnant and so stuck. And so like I couldn't do those things, and I don't want me to feel that way, and I don't want any of you to feel that way. And so part of why I wanted to open up a little bit is to encourage you, like if this is something you're struggling with, like you're not alone. You're not the only person. It doesn't matter where you are in life. It's never too late to like go down that path and figure out, who am I? What's going to make me happy? What do I want from things? And it's okay. Like, it is perfectly okay. If through that you, like me, want to dive more into like makeup and clothes as part of your self-discovery journey, I think that's so incredibly great and such a good way to do it. And for me, it has just been like the absolute best thing I could have done. I am in such a better place. I feel like I keep saying that, but I really cannot stress that enough. Like mentally, emotionally, physically, I'm in a way better place than I've been in a very, very long time. And it's just, I'm so happy that I did it. And I know it was tough in some ways because I didn't explain what was going on. Like I've talked about, it's because I was just processing stuff myself. I'm a private person. I always will be. That's one thing I've realized. Like, I don't know. There are parts of my life I don't know that I will ever share on the internet again. I am just trying to figure out what it is that I want from things in life and figure out how does that all fit in together with everything. And I realize that's an abstract thing to say, but I think a lot of you will understand what I mean. Ooh, what? This is not beige. Maybe it is beige. Let's see. Huh. Okay. These are really pretty though. The formula of these is really nice. That is just where I've been. That's how I've been doing. And again, you're going to see my goal is to be more consistent. I don't want to make any promises, but I would love to go back to like a video a week, a video a couple times a month, things like that. But I also don't want to force it. I want to be creating stuff where I'm happy with it and I feel comfortable and like I'm just doing well. And I think that might be hard for some of you to understand, but I think a lot of you will understand as well. And thank you. So I know this video has been kind of all over the place. I apologize for that. I used to just sit down and I would sit down with like an outline of like, here are my talking points of what I'm going to say and here's how I'm going to do things. And I don't think I want to do that anymore. Like obviously I'll have notes for like the cryptids videos or like where it's actually like important to do it, but I would just rather wing it and just be like so much more like in the moment when I'm filming because I'm so much happier doing that. It's way less pressure for me. I feel like, I mean, I've definitely gotten comments from you that you notice a difference in how I am. I remember one of the first videos that I filmed coming back, Rianne was like, oh, that's my friend. Like that's who I like spend time with. That's who I know. And I think it's been tough for some people and that's okay. Again, I'm not for everyone. I'm not trying to be. I don't feel the need to be. I'm so much more focused on my happiness and honestly creativity right now for me is like, I'm enjoying it. I'm having fun and content stopped being fun for me for a very, very long time and I'm enjoying it again. And I want to share that with you. So I am going to be putting out, like my 2021 favorites. Like those are definitely going to be coming out. I'm sorry that they're late, but I'm also not going to be imposing these deadlines on myself. So yeah, it's late, but that's okay. I would still watch someone else's 2021 favorites. So I'm hoping you will too. And if you don't, that's okay too. That's fine. So I'm going to be doing those. I have stuff set aside for like a small declutter video. I have like regular type content coming too. And then I want to just do more casual things that are fun for me, like today's video. And maybe I'm not like rambling about my mental health the whole time, but maybe I am. I don't know. We'll see where life takes me. We'll see how I'm feeling. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me today. I appreciate you being here so much. Like, I can't even explain how thankful I am that you're here and that you've stuck around. If you're new here, hi. I don't normally ramble on like this, but that's okay. It is what it is. So I hope to see you again soon. Correction, I will see you again soon. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you next time.